Good evening, you darling thylacines, and welcome back to RetroTechComms. I am your host, Jacob of RetroTech, and today we are playing more the Tasmanian Tiger for the PC. In the last episode, we completed Snow Warriors. In this episode, we are going to fight the boss of this area. But first, I would like to point out on this little platform here that every time you collect the talisman, it shows up here. And I just thought that was an interesting little attention to detail, so that you're able to see your progress at any time. As I said, we're going to fight the boss of this area. You know what? I completely forgot to introduce Avanti and Kivon. You go ahead and do your thing.
Well, we're here, watching, playing,
yep.
Critiquing.
Yes. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is go into Julius's lab to turn in our golden cog.
Some more golden cogs. Yes, an infrarang.
These are my favorite boomerangs.
Are they?
I love the way that the infrarangs look.
I like the way they look. I hate that.
Oh, that bing bing. Yeah.
That screams at you.
Yep. So if you can even decipher what we were talking about, the infrarangs allow you to see invisible objects, and that's how you find what?
They just pinged and scared the crap.
Oh, yeah.
Now, those are my favorites.
Megarangs. The Megarangs are great. They look a bit ugly in this game,
yeah,
but
they look better in future games.
Oh, Tai 2, the upgraded Megarangs.
Omega Rangs?
The Omega Ranks.
Yes.
Beautiful. I love the way it looks. Anyway, yeah, these are great because they bounce from enemy to enemy, but the infrarangs, yeah, the infrarangs are really cool because they allow you to see invisible objects such as crates. So now you'll be able to see them more easily, and they ping so that you're able to have an audio.
Really
so they ping so that you have an audio cue to hear them. And it's just very convenient, and the reason why they're my favorite is because I just love the way they look. That's really it. It's just an aesthetic choice.
They do look cool.
But anyway, let's go ahead and fight the boss of this area, not this next area. Don't want you. Okay.
No, it's me, senpai.
No.
Smashing.
I am all their senpai.
12 triangle thunder egg on tight beam of super anvil happy blaze and energy can do. What on earth is that text?
They don't expect you to pay attention to it, and that's why it's there.
Alright.
Boss.
Let's go ahead and fight the boss. This is Crikey the Tiger Shark.
Oh, I thought it was Big Boss.
Let's just listen to this music.
I wonder where he got this from.
You gotta love that Jaws inspiration. So yeah, this is my favorite boss of the game. I absolutely love Crikey the Tiger Shark. Let's go ahead and dive into here, and let's just take a quick gander at Crikey. So yeah, there he is, right there, just swimming along, minding his own business. And what I actually really like this arena because Crikey is designated to that netted area, but there's so much of this area around here that you can just mess about in. You don't have to fight the boss. You can just go ahead and go over here if you so chose.
I've never actually done that. I just went straight at it.
Yeah, that's how I usually go about it too, but yeah, you can just go ahead and mess around here if you want to. I would oftentimes forego fighting the boss and just listen to the music out in one of the little archipelago areas. So yeah, that's Crikey over there. One little thing that I would like to first show off before we get to fighting Crikey is after that frame hitch, we head over here. There's actually a path that you can take up here.
Now that I did not know.
Yep. And you can take this path all the way up here and get a nice overview of the area to fight Crikey and get a one-up. This is over by the lighthouse.
Oh, well, Jacob, I taught you something new, and you taught me something new.
Yep.
So...
Alright, so that's that. Alright, now, fighting Crikey is one of the most difficult things because Crikey, of course, swims around the area, but it's all figuring out how to deal damage to Crikey. Now, what you do is you jump down here, and oh, jeez!
I didn't think we were gonna have jump scares in this series. I was wrong.
All right, so what you do is
Good job so far, Jacob.
hush.
I'm not gonna get hit.
Alright, so what you do is you jump down here, and of course Crikey's over there. This, already from the music, you can tell that there is some heavy inspiration from Jaws, the film series by Steven Spielberg. How you defeat Crikey is also inspired by Jaws.
Is it?
Swim into the mines.
Nope. What you do is there are air tanks at the bottom of the ocean area. What you do is you hit them with your aqua rings, and you let them float to the surface. And then you wait for Crikey to swim over, and then you use your flame rings to hit them, and that deals the damage. That is, I don't think it's been rightly confirmed by Chrome, but I think it's a pretty safe assumption to say that dealing damage to Crikey is heavily inspired off of the famous concluding scene from Jaws, where the main character shoots the air tank inside of Jaws, and that's how you. That's just the conclusion of that movie. Anyway, I think that the Crikey fight is heavily inspired by it, and I think it's a pretty safe assumption to think so. Anyway, what's perplexing about this fight is that there are big bait buckets all across the area, and you saw Crikey munching on one of them. A lot of people, like, when I was younger, I thought that the whole point of it was to deal damage to Crikey. To deal damage to Crikey via the bait buckets, but that was incredibly wrong. That's not how you deal damage. I thought what you had to do was use the bait buckets to lure him over, and then you just smack into him with your flamerings in order to deal the damage. But no, that's incorrect. It was actually really funny. I was stuck on this fight. I was so stuck on this fight for years that well, not years. It was more like months. I was stuck on it for so long that I went and did some research into the manual that came with the PlayStation 2 version, and I thought you had to deal damage with a special kind of boomerang, so I thought you had to get the lightning rings, or the zappy rings, in order to deal damage. Of course, that's not correct. The farthest along boomerang that you can have here in terms of elemental is the flamerang, and the mega rings are the farthest along for golden cog rings that you can have. So yeah, dealing damage is really just all in tanks, and that's really it. That's the entirety of it. Which, fun fact, Crikey was actually not that robotic being. Crikey is actually this. Which Julius will explain why exactly this was.
That poor shark was a cybernetic pawn of Boss Cass.
So yeah, Cass enslaved Crikey, essentially. And also we have, of course, a Free Willy reference. Or what I assume to be a Free Willy reference.
Swim
Also,
free,
Julius,
swim
how did you
free.
get here?
Swim free. You beauty!
But anyway, that was the Crikey fight. My favorite fight, and I gabbed on for way too long about it. But yeah, that's the entire fight. Oh Lord, you're doing this to us again.
I was close. You got hit twice. I said 3 times.
Well, you're still wrong, huh?
I just want to see him take on Fluffy's
Well, I was
Fiora.
closer to being right.
Doesn't matter, you were still wrong.
I was still close to being right.
Close to being right is still wrong.
Closer to being
Ah, Chai, good to see you. I've again harnessed the energy off the talisman machine. Let's see what
And
we get
what
this
have you
time, shall we?
made?
My word, this must be a frosty ring. Ripper! Yes. Oh, yes. The Frosty Rang can put out fires, freeze enemies, and even create ice cubes in water. To select it, use the previous Rang and next Rang buttons to cycle through your collection. You won't be disappointed. Now go try it out.
All right.
Ooh.
So yeah, these are the Frosty Rangs.
Oh wait, whoa.
They look beautiful.
When did the blue, like, glow?
It's
That was
always
in the console version.
It's always been there, but it's just much more intense in the PC port.
I see.
Anyway, I really like the Frosty Rangs because you have the ability to make ice cubes. Ice cubes, I said. See? Like that.
That's how cool they are.
So yeah, it's interesting. You can theoretically just create a string of platforms to go through the water. Of course, they melt after some time, but
Nice.
you can just go through the water that way. I would actually like to, first of all, show off a little thing that you can do over here. It's not really a thing you could do, actually. It's just a collectible over here. It's just a one-up. That's really it. I don't know why it's there, but hey, it's there. Also, this perplexed me for a long time, too. It's a boulder on top of a spike. What even?
Australia.
I actually thought there was a secret for the longest time if you used the kaboomerang on those, but I was barking up the wrong tree. That's not a thing you can do at all.
It's just there.
Yep. Alright, now, before we end this episode, I would like to go over to the next area that we're going to be in. What you first do is you head over here, and you see that there are flaming logs here. You're supposed to use your new Frosty Rings to go ahead and break down these logs. No!
What was that?
A rainbow scale.
I just collected a rainbow scale. I forgot it was right there.
Take them to the Bunyip Elder at Rainbow Cliffs.
Well, la-di-da, I just collected one. Oops. Good thing I have multiple files of this. Well, yeah, I tried my best to avoid them, but yeah, that was a rainbow scale. That was unfortunate. But anyway, this is our next area. We have, of course, for our levels, Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire.
Trust issues.
Beyond the Black Stump.
Oh, man.
And the coup de grace. Rex marks the spots. We're doing that one last.
I despair. That level.
Alright, so that is it. That was Crikey. And this is the next area of the game. So I think they were going to call this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jacob of RetroTech.
Cougar Clan 13.
Vulnerable 1.
Signing off. In the next episode, we are going into Liar Liar, Pants on Fire. We will see you all then.
Oh, he's frozen right now.